How are you doing, world? This is Mike from Politics and Critical Thinking. Welcome to our second video cast, and our first with an actual topic of conversation. Tonight we're going to be talking about an article I came across from thehill.com called Right-Wing Bloggers See Their Chance. It was written by a gentleman named Mr. Walter Alarcon. Basically, the context of the article was about how right-wing bloggers, or the Rightosphere as they're calling it now, see this as an opportunity for themselves to catch up with their left counterparts, known as the netroots. Why is this important? Well, from about 2003 to 2006, liberal, democratic-style blogs grew like wildfire, and from then on, they've actually had a significant impact upon the Democratic Party. This can be seen in they've influenced the anti-war movement. They've raised millions of dollars over the past 7-8 years. They've actually influenced Howard Dean's ascendancy to the chairmanship of the DNC. The tech advantage that they've also enjoyed over the right, probably one of the more significant reasons of why we have a president like Obama now. The GOP was notoriously good at canvassing and phone banking, but we can kind of see that those are becoming things of the past. Look at the YouTube involvement in the election, something that had never been seen before. The article went on to say that there's a movement right now that's starting called Rebuild the Party, and three significant names that are mentioned in the article that are involved with this particular movement were Mindy Finn, who was the director of online strategies for the Mitt Romney campaign; Patrick Ruffini, who was the webmaster for President Bush in his 2004 presidential run; and Eric Erickson, managing editor of Red State. Well, the Rebuild the Party movement has a few little things they want to accomplish. One is generating an online database of 5 million or so GOP activists with their emails, personal information, I guess, raising $100,000 per candidate for the GOP House runs in 2010, and fielding credible candidates for all 435 congressional districts. But the final thing that their first big milestone they want to accomplish, much like their liberal counterparts did, is affecting who is going to be elected to the chair of the RNC. And I guess, like I said, that's an important milestone because that would kind of solidify them as an important voice within the party. They see it more as an opportunity to reshape the party, get it back to, I guess, its conservative roots. And they weren't actually too explicitly clear on that, but if you look across the right-wing blogs right now, it's one of the big topics of conversation. Where are we going to go? What are we going to do? How are we going to handle things? But one of the reasons why this is important is because there's been a certain distrust that's developed throughout the years of the mainstream media. You look at some of the polls from Rasmussen and all during the election, and there was a large portion of the population that actually felt the mainstream media was biased either way. Folks might start looking towards the more prominent and professional blogs for another source of information, and that's why it's very important for these people and up-and-coming bloggers to actually use viable sources of information that backing up their opinion. Conspiracy theories can spread across the internet like a virus. I mean, it gets sad sometimes when you look at some of the things that are actually passed off as news, and this is coming from the right as well as the left. But on that note, we're going to close this out, and as always, please feel free to drop some commentary, share your opinion with us. More than welcome it. Good night, God bless, and happy hunting.